Hey everyone, welcome back to Eat the Cake Anime. Hi, husband and producer Ron. How are you?
I'm good. Yourself, babe?
Oh my goodness, I'm great. It's a new month. We ended last month on a great note. On to the next.
There we go.
Okay, so for the month of April, we are really big in celebrating different things. As you know, we started to do theme months. So this month, I wanted to focus on anime that is not anime, but is anime.
Yeah.
So it's in a class by itself.
There you go. You
right.
Can't say it better.
All right. So we are going to be focusing this month on donghuas, or Chinese anime.
Mm-hmm.
Chinese animation works. We are so excited because we were introduced to Chinese donghuas kind of by accident.
Yeah.
And it was a happy accident because we have been just blown away by some of the things we have seen with Chinese donghuas.
Yeah, the animation style and how it looks. Imagine an RPG, but it's actually like a real story. Man, it's good.
Yes, it is beautiful. And with that, we wanted to start off with one of the most popular donghuas out there that came out in 2018. And the name of it is Dalu. Or Soul Land. Yeah, so Dalu, aka Soul Land. This Chinese donghua, or this donghua, came out in 2018. And you guys, it is such a great work. We were just like gobsmacked by what we saw.
Yeah, we started off, check out a couple of episodes to see what it's going to be like. Mm-hmm. Now we're like 200 and some odd episodes in.
Yeah, we're actually almost done. And Dalu focuses on this man by the name of Tang Sung. Tang Sung basically spent his life as a part of the Tang sect, working to make sure that his craft was on point. He was dedicated to the art of hidden weapons. Mm-hmm. So that was his niche. So he wanted to master that art. He did everything he could to reach the pinnacle. The final piece being stealing the secret lore of the inner sect, which was strictly forbidden. And the only way for forgiveness for that was death. Mm-hmm. So that is the beginning of everything, because in order to escape, as we said, the only way out was death. He threw himself off of Hell's Peak to die. And
he was somehow
isekai. Yeah, oh God. He was reborn into a different world, the world of Dalu. Mm-hmm. And in Dalu, everyone has their own separate individual spirits. Mm-hmm. So they have spirits of their own, and the spirits they can use and practice and work on their spirit power in order to become spirit masters. So when Tang Sung ended up here, it was like a whole new world for him.
Yeah, but in coming to this quote unquote new world, he did retain some of his old knowledge. Mm-hmm. and some of his old strength, even though he had to build it up and cultivate it.
Right.
And man, I put it to you like this. This is a donghua or anime, whichever one you want to call it. Mm-hmm. Watch it.
Listen, we have sat up here and we have tried to make sure that we weren't fanboying and fangirling too hard about this show, but listen, it is I don't know what else to say. It's warranted because so say for example the spirits. The spirits in Dalu, everyone has either a beast spirit or like a plant spirit or something like that. So when Tang Sung was reborn, his spirit was blue silvergrass. Mm-hmm. And blue silvergrass was known as a basically useless spirit. Mm-hmm. So in order to be a spirit master, there is no spirit master in the world of Dalu that is blue silvergrass. So he has to overcome all of these things, while at the same time, like you said, he's retained his knowledge from the old world. He's growing up now with the dad, Hong Sung, who's seemingly useless, in a village that's quiet and just kind of wanting to grow and think of how he can bring his hidden talents to this current world.
Yes, but under the guise of being like a useless blacksmith type dude, his father is like the beast of all beasts, and nobody really wants to mess with him.
You guys, let me tell you something. Dalu is so nuanced, and it is so good, and it goes in depth, and they do a couple of time skips, but I'd never seen anything like this, because I kept saying, oh, this anime. And producer Ron was saying, no, it's a donghua. So I'm just like, okay, all anime is pretty much the same, regardless of what countries. And then that led us down a whole rabbit hole.
Yeah.
So when we talk about Chinese donghua, you guys, do you know that it is so steeped in history that it's actually the Japanese influence for anime? It's like that. Now, everyone talks about how Astro Boy is like the original anime. We talked about that when we reviewed Pluto a couple months ago, talking about how Astro Boy set the tone and became the blueprint for Japanese anime, right? So that was in the 1950s, the 1940s, the influence created by Osamu Tezuka, which was great. But dating back even further, Chinese animation goes back to 1935 when two brothers, the brothers Wan, they created this work called the camel stance. So it was very popular for its time, never before seen. A couple years later, in 1941, the first feature-length Chinese animation film came out, and that was entitled Princess Iron Fan. Now, this was so popular that it began influencing the Japanese market, and that caused the Japanese Navy to create their own movie in 1945. And it kind of took off around the country, and it started influencing the animation around Japan. It was also a big influence on Mr. Osamu Tezuka, who was the creator of Astro Boy.
Yeah.
You guys, producer Ron is sitting here looking at me like, we've already had this discussion.
and if we want to go back just a little bit further, everybody knows Dragon Ball Z.
Yes.
Dragon Ball Z is actually based off of a novel called Journey to the West with Son Goku and all this other stuff. You know, so they're literally pulling from where it originated from.
Wow, that is crazy. So yeah, for the record, we love anime. The name of this whole thing is Eat the Cake Anime. But hey, shout out to Chinese animation, Chinese donghua, the originators. If it wasn't for the Chinese donghua and the Wan brothers in 1935 with the Camel's Dance, we would not be sitting here today talking about this stuff.
Yo.
So yeah, and with that and the works of the donghua that we have watched so far, out of all of them, Dalu, it shows you one of the big things that donghua are famous for. The romantic elements, the romantic pieces that are throughout. Also, the historical way that they present themselves, like the historical dress. You guys, if you check out Dalu, you're going to see beauty in every single frame. So the cultivation that is there, it is from the very first scene to where we are now. And you guys, I think we have about, like, real talk, about 30 more episodes to go. Listen, because once you start it, you will not be able to stop. So looking at the romance, the historical dress, the cultivation.
Oh, the fighting.
It is so, oh my goodness, yes. The action scenes. We cannot say enough about Soul Land or Dalu because I can see why it was so popular. The main storytelling itself that's mixed in with the fighting, with the cultivation, with the spirit explanations. When you talk about becoming a spirit master, you talk about different spirit rings, the different colors of the spirit rings. Different colors have different significances from the spirits that they're being cultivated from in terms of age. 10-year-old spirits, 100-year, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, things of that nature, and how it all plays into this world that Tang Sung is fairly new to. Because when we meet him, he's 6. And then it goes from there. But how these powers are cultivated, it is a beautiful story with beautiful scenes.
And one more thing about this particular Donghua that I want to go into.
Listen, everyone, we apologize. Listen, correct us. This is Donghua month. Okay, go ahead.
And we're new to this, so we're literally learning, and we appreciate all the information that we get from everybody. But a word of warning, when you start watching this, each and every episode, it's only about 15 minutes long.
Yeah, after all of the advertisements, you'll see so many advertisements, everything from tea to noodles to gum to it's just so much product placement that by the time you're knee deep in the story, you're recognizing the endings and it's like, no. So it's like on to the next. So it was kind of frustratingly funny in the beginning, but as time went on, you're so immersed with the story, you're just like going on. It is a beautiful tale of reincarnation, how this man wants to bring his old world mysteries and weaponry and just everything into this new world to keep his sect going.
And the sin of all sins in relation to this Donghua is that it's only available in sub. There is no dub that I've been able to find. But with that being said, again, we're 200 and some odd episodes in.
Yeah.
If you're a strictly dub person, or if you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to invest that, dude, it is more than worth it.
This will convert you.
Man.
This will be converted. It doesn't matter sub or dub. Now, I would say the biggest sin is that you cannot find it in the regular market.
Correct.
That's one of the issues that we have had when we're looking for donghuas, is that there's so much mainstream things here in America. And yes, we have streaming services. We can access things in sub and dub from Korea, from Japan. But China, it's much harder to try to find these things and just kind of enjoy them because they're not available on the regular streaming services that we would usually see. Well, excuse me, this particular anime. We could not find Dalu in any of the regular streaming services. So shout out to our friend VT, my stylist, who has just basically made a way out of no way. So thank you to VG for that. We really, really love this donghua.
And I'm going to say this, and I'm really going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to stay in really, really hard. We got all this stupid anime that's being put in our face, like reincarnated as a refrigerator in another world.
Oh my God.
Now I have to have my strength every time somebody gives me a quarter.
Yeah, or work at a bakery part-time, and now I ran into a demon that doesn't like biscuits. You know, the titles are so ridiculous.
But in respects to that, you have these great donghua that are getting like almost no love here in the States. And they are so much better than, don't get me wrong, we still have great anime over here, but they're pushing in our face all these different crap animes where it's like, dude, talk to the people in China, try to get some of that, try to get the rights over.
They're not gonna do that.
Dude, it's like so much better. The landscape is so much more rich and everything.
The gacha titles are meant to pull people in, but like I said, we're older, we're Gen Xers, and we're just like, nah, that doesn't move us like that. But listen, if you can find it, there's this site called Hi Anime that you may be able to check out. Hi Anime, I don't know if that's allowed or not, but we're gonna go ahead and say it. So yeah, try to check that out. But the story of Tang Feng, and then with his friends Zhao Wu, Rong, Oscar, Mubai, and everybody, it is so good and so detailed and so rich. And what did we give this? We can go ahead and say what we gave this.
Well, I straight up gave this a 10.
It was a 10 out of 10, you guys. There was no flaws, no anything. Even the fact that it was all sub. We recommend you find this donghua and hey, check it out. It is beautifully made, beautifully written. Everything is well worth it. So we here at Eat the Cake Anime, while we're celebrating Donghua month, hey man, this is the first one you should check out, Dalu. We're going to be covering some others this month, but this is the one if you have never tried it before and wanted to get started.
Yeah, we fully endorse it. We fully support it. We really want everybody to see this. This is one of the only animations, period, that we gave a straight up 10 to.
Yeah, like I tell my niece all the time, no notes. So yeah, so with that, thank you guys for checking us out this week. Please continue to enjoy us. Like, comment, and subscribe. You see the button right there. So make sure, please do that. Please follow us. Give us a comment. Let us know what you like, things we can do better, things that we can help to make with the show. And listen, Soul Land, Dalu. Check it out.
Yo,
Yeah. So until next time, thanks a lot, you guys. And remember, it is
it's okay.
okay to enjoy anime.